Hey y'all, BCam2291 here, and this video is about my tackle box and what it contains. So here we go. First we'll start off with the bobbers, all different sorts. Got slip bobbers, bubble bobbers, some bright yellow ones so it's easier to see in the dark. But big fan of the bubble bobbers. I don't use slip bobbers too much. I don't know, I just never used them really. Then next, I got my hooks and my swivels. Got some, ow, stabbed myself here. Got some eagle claw, treble hooks here. Those for catfish. I forget what not these are, but here's some Gamakatsu catfish hooks. Got these a few years ago, so I don't know if they still make these ones or not, but that's what those are. Then I got some good old eagle claw, straight shank, gold hooks. I use those a lot, just for like if I go worm and bobber fishing or something. I'll use those a lot. Some Gamakatsu circle hooks here. 2-aught, I believe. Forget. And then I'm sorry, that's not a circle hook. My bad. Then I got some eagle claw circle hooks here. It's got some barbs on the back, so they're really good for like worms, so they don't slip down your like if you Texas rig worms or crawdads or anything like that. They won't slip down the shank because they got the barbs here to keep them stable there. And I got some Gamakatsus, circle hooks. Use those for catfish a lot as well. I got some little tiny panfish hooks. Use those for bluegill every once in a while. And I got a bunch of egg sinkers, split shots, barrels, weights, swivels, stuff like that. Just basics. Alright, now for my crankbaits here. So I don't have too much stuff yet, but hopefully you guys can leave some comments and suggestions of what kind of baits I should get, what are good. These are some Storm sunfish, I guess you can call them swim bait. I mean, they got 2 hooks in them, one on the top of the dorsal fin. They got a treble hook here on the bottom. I haven't used these too much, but I've had some luck on them. Look exactly like a bluegill, basically, but those are pretty good. And we got some. Let's see, what are these? Some Storm soft shad with oval bail on it, or bill. It's got one single treble hook at the bottom. It's swim bait. Got some pretty good action in the tail here, but it's pretty good. Works pretty well. This is a Rapala, a perch color. 2 treble hooks. Last one has a bright orange feather on it. Had some pretty good luck on this one. Got some pretty good lunkers on that one. This is a Matsuo rattle trap. It's in like a golden sunfish color, I guess. 2 treble hooks. Rattle traps are really good. They work really well around here. So I use that one quite often. Then I got like a mini perch color crankbait here. 2 small treble hooks on it. It's made by, it doesn't say, but I think it's Storm and makes these, either that or Rebel. But there's that. And I got like a bigger version of those. I highly recommend these. See if I can figure out who they're from. Shit. I forget who they're from, but if you can find something similar to this, it's got like a triangle bail on it almost. It's a triangle squared off at the end there. But these work really well in like darker waters. They shine up pretty well. And then Got another Matsuo and a shad sunfish, or not sunfish, but kind of like a baby bass color, I guess. These work pretty well. The action on this is pretty awesome. And the same with this is I think it's a Rapala. Not quite sure. It's like a golden with some black on the top. Just got this one yesterday. It's a hopper or a popper. Kind of like a bass color. I haven't tried that yet, but hopefully it'll work pretty well. I don't use hoppers too much, but when I do, I catch some pretty big fish with it. And probably for my favorite crankbait of all, highly recommend this for everybody. Strike King Sexy Shad. I think this is the size 3 if I'm correct, but great bait, especially in clearer water and where shad are very prevalent. Bass will hit this like crazy. So highly recommend that by Strike King. And move on to my jigs and my spinner baits. Here's I want to say it's Strike King jig, the gray in color, bleeding bait hook, and some leads here. Weedless. Just got this one the other day too. It's a Booyah black and red jig with the rattle trap on it. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I haven't put trailers on any of these yet. I'll have to make some. And here's another Booyah black and blue jig, or as JoJo Bars 33 like to call it, knockout jig, and weed guard on it. Another Booyah in a brownish color, rattle on it, weed guard. All these jigs work really well. Jigs are probably one of my favorite things to fish. And this is another Booyah jig in a sunfish perch color, I guess. Not really perch, more sunfish. It's pretty nice. And all these are 1/4 ounce, I believe. There might be a couple that are 3/8, but this is a little, I don't know exactly what to call this. It's okay. It's kind of like a jig, but it has this thing on it, and they call it a chatterbait. Haven't really used this much, but it's supposed to be pretty good. But maybe I'll try that out a little bit this summer. And then I got the Strike King spinner baits here. It's in a sunfish color with a willow leaf blade on it. This one works very well. Caught a 4-pound bass on the first cast I ever had with it. I like that one a lot. Another Strike King in the Sexy Shad color spinnerbait with the willow leaf blade on it. And these already had the trailer hooks on them already, so you don't have to add them yourself, which is really nice. And they got the longer skirt on it to kind of hide that trailer as well. And the last spinnerbait, also by Strike King, this little perch color, I guess. It's a willow leaf blade as well. Pretty nice. I like spinnerbaits a lot, especially in darker waters. They show up pretty well with the reflection off the blades and the colors. And then these are all like my marabou jigs, rooster tails, stuff like that. I don't really use these too much, but if I go pan fishing or sometimes for crappie, I'll use those. Alright. Planning on getting some more.